Welcome, everyone. Today, our group will discuss how service dogs play a significant role in supporting students with exceptionalities. Our group members are Tanya, Melissa, Bing, Linda, and myself. We hope you enjoy our presentation. The purpose of our presentation is to raise awareness of personal care needs of students with disabilities, explore community resources like service dogs, and show how they can relate to the educational assistance role. Here's what we'll cover: how service dogs support students with physical and emotional disabilities, how they can be integrated into the school setting, and what's our EA's role, related legislation and policies and community resources. Finally, we call on everyone to take action and support students with disabilities who depend on service dogs. Service dogs are trained to help individuals with mobility challenges, vision loss, or other physical limitations. In schools, they assist students by providing stability, retrieving objects, and guiding them safely around the building. This kind of support helps students become more independent and confident. Service dogs are different from therapy and emotional support animals. They are specifically trained to perform tasks for students' needs, and they are legally protected in Ontario under the AODA and the Human Rights Code. Having service dogs in the school not only supports students physically, but also promotes confidence, independence, and inclusion in the classroom. Service dogs support students in a lot of ways, both physically and emotionally. For students with physical disabilities, they can do things like guide them, retrieve items, open doors. They provide safety and mobility support, which helps students become more independent, confident in their daily routines. For students with diabetes, service dogs can actually sense the changes in blood sugar before the student even feels anything. The dog might paw, nudge, or even bark to alert low sugar levels. This can prevent emergencies and give both students and their EA reassurance, helping the student feel more safe and confident. Service dogs are also amazing for emotional support. They help students manage anxiety, regulate emotions, and reduce meltdowns. For students with autism, they make transitions between activities much smoother and less stressful. And beyond these tasks, service dogs just provide comfort during stressful moments, helping students feel calmer and more confident in a classroom. Research shows the benefits are real. Studies have found that service dogs improve emotional regulation, happiness, and social participation. Cortisol studies show that they help reduce stress, which is especially helpful for students with anxiety or autism. Research also shows that they can increase social connections, build confidence, and get students more involved in classroom activities. So, overall, service dogs help students in many ways. They support physical needs, prevent medical crises, reduce anxiety, and assist with emotional regulation and encourage social inclusion. These service dogs help create a safe and inclusive learning environment for everyone. Bringing a service dog into a school takes some careful planning. You need designated rest areas and a classroom layout that lets the dog move safely and spots for water and proper hygiene. Before the dog comes in, schools should think through all the logistics, space, transitions, and keeping things clean. Teachers and educational assistants make sure everyone knows the rules and routines. Doing this kind of planning helps keep the dog comfortable and safe, and it also supports the student who relies on the dog, making the classroom run smoothly for everyone. Challenges are going to happen when schools have service dogs, but with some planning, they can be managed. For example, students with allergies can be supported through accommodations like dog free areas and educational sessions. Dog allergies usually come from dander, saliva, and urine, which can spread through the air and surfaces. Things like regular cleaning, HEPA filters, dog free zones, staff training, and individual health plans can help keep everyone safe and comfortable. Other challenges include students' fears or cultural concerns. Clear communication and following policies consistently are key. With the right planning, students can successfully include service dogs while keeping safe respectful, and positive environment for everyone. When a service dog is in the school, it's really important to teach students and staff how to work with it safely. Students need to understand why the dog is there and to respect the space and rule. Educational assistants help out by guiding students and reminding classmates not to distract the dog, such as using short discussions or quick demonstrations to teach simple rules like don't pet or feed the service dog, respect its space, and work. This keeps distractions down, reinforces boundaries, and helps students learn empathy and inclusion. Staff also need training on handling the dog and what to do in emergencies. Schools should think about allergies, fears, and cultural concerns so that everyone feels safe. With clear student education and staff training, service dogs can smoothly be integrated and really support learning, safety, and inclusion for all students. EAs play a really important role to support a student with a service dog. They help the student interact safely with the dog and support daily routines, like personal care and smooth transitions throughout the day. EAs can also act as a link between the school staff, students, and service providers. They coordinate with teachers, families, and trainers to make sure that the students' needs are met and everything runs smoothly. By supporting both students and dogs, EAs help create a safe, positive, and inclusive classroom for everyone. Bringing a service dog into the school really depends on teamwork. The transdisciplinary team includes teachers, educational assistants, therapists, parents, and trainers. Everyone has an important role. For example, EAs help connect what happens in the classroom every day with therapeutic strategies the students needs, making sure things run smoothly. The team works together to support the students' safety, mental health, and overall well-being while keeping their educational goals in mind. Having shared goals, regular communication, and frequent meetings helps make sure everyone is on the same page and that the service dog is successfully integrated into the school setting. Legislation ensures students with disabilities have access to service dogs. Legislation in Ontario ensures that students who require service animals can access education. PPM 163 requires school boards to develop consistent policies and have clear procedures on service animals. Understanding these laws allows EAs and educators to advocate effectively for inclusion. Please click on our hyperlinks to learn more about legislation regarding service dogs. Here in our local community, like Oakville and Halton area, there are organizations that provide training and support for service dogs. For example, the Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides and National Service Dogs help match trained dogs with students who need them for free. On a global level, there's Assistance Dogs International, or ADI. They're a nonprofit that sets high standards for training and placing service dogs. ADI provides guidelines on certification, training, ethical practices, ensuring the dogs are reliable and well prepared. These organizations are valuable. These organizations are valuable resources that help students get the right support from service dogs. Finally, we call on everyone to take action in supporting students with disabilities who depend on service dogs. The Ministry of Education has an important role in supporting service dog programs in schools. They can provide training and resources to help school staff understand what service dogs do and how to work with them safely. It's also important to first look at whether therapy programs are really needed, thinking about students' needs and the benefits that they could get. Local communities are key too. We need to raise awareness among parents and everyone in the community so people understand how service dogs help students with disabilities. Donations really matter because most service dog organizations are nonprofit and are lacking the funding, and volunteers are a huge help to make the program sustainable. Schools and school boards also have a part to play. School boards can run awareness campaigns for both staff and students. There's also space in schools to approve accommodation for service dogs, and training staff and educating students is essential to help everyone interact with service dogs correctly and creates a supportive and inclusive school environment. If the ministry, communities, and schools all work together, we can make service dog programs successful and really improve the lives of students who need them. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to watch our presentation. We're now looking forward to the discussion part of our assignment. Please make a comment or ask a question, and we'll be happy to get back to you. Thank you very much. From the Service Dog Group.